Welcome to the start of a weekend reading vlog. I think it's probably going to be pretty short. I have no idea how often I'll check in or what thoughts I have, but I'm currently away at my grandmother's house, and it is a beautiful house on top of a mountain in New Hampshire. The views are stunning. It's cold. I'm wearing my sweater so I can stay warm. I'm also making another sweater. And so my plans are just to read. And what's lovely is I got all of my required reading done yesterday on Friday. I finished Fall of Hyperion and Blanca y Roja. And so I can just read Sarah J. Maas and The Reluctant Queen, which are both right now for me escapist fantasy to the max for very different reasons. But I need it. I need it so much. And I asked Ryan, do you want to play games? Do you want to watch movies, TV? What do you want to do? And he just got this, I don't know, it's a bunch of Mario games on his Switch. And he's like, I'm just gonna relive my childhood. So we're gonna do some stuff together, like make cookies, make dinner, maybe watch some figure skating or hockey and stuff like that. But otherwise, just gonna relax. I don't feel the need to not read all day. It's gonna be awesome. And I'm actually in my reading corner in this living room, which has windows on all three sides and a stunning fireplace. I could not be in a more beautiful part of the world. And so yeah, when I want to knit, I'm going to listen to The Reluctant Queen. This is, it's upside down. The bottom part's the top of my sweater. Maybe I'll show you guys a better clip later. I just don't want the stitches to fall off the needles. And this is the second book. I love Queen of Blood. And the premise for The Reluctant Queen is awesome. And I don't know, I understand why my library accidentally shelved The Queen of Blood in young adult. It has a lot of comfortable young adult tropes. But these are all very adult characters, a main character, I think in the second book's a mother going through a contentious marriage with 2 children. That is not a young adult character or premise. Another main character is a 40-year-old old warrior. So I understand, but it's such a cozy good time. I'm so excited. The premise of this one, and yeah, and they're short. It's great. And then, of course, Sarah J. Maas is just the definition of comfort food for me. Bryce is being ridiculous, and because she's ridiculous, we get to have a lot of fun tension, and I'm excited for all of the scenes she's going to put together because of the conceit of this romance. I'm sure there's also plot. I don't know. I never care as much about the world building or the plot. We'll see if that changes. This is the series I've liked the most for those reasons, but it's still not the reason I like the series. So yeah, those are the plans. And I'm sure I'll check in when we make our chicken parm and cookies and whatever, and I'll show you the view outside and some of the stuff in here. It's just gonna be a cozy good time. Okay, I'm outside. It is cold. I do not have shoes on like I should, but this is the view from the porch of my grandmother's place. It is stunning. This is actually a ski resort, so people will come down the hill there, and I don't know what mountain range that is, but this is my favorite place to escape to and do nothing and read. So yeah, just very excited to snuggle up and do that. It is now snowing. Yes. Snow intensifies. Also, Sarah J. Maas, what are you doing in this book? Oh my goodness, I was not prepared. I'm only 70 pages in for those who have read it. And I don't know what I expected, but it wasn't this little wrench in the works. But I'm invested. I need to know how we deal with this new thing. It is time to make the cookies. I have been told by Jess Owens that this is the best pre-made cookie dough. We are gonna see. The oven is preheated. I have a cookie sheet, and I'm ready to lazy mode make some cookies. Forced Ryan to be in another clip. We've been having a real chill day. He's having another beer. I think, this is number 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the first one we cooked. We're waiting for food to finish. So I decided to film a clip. I think I've read almost 100 pages of my book today. It's been a very lazy day. I haven't even read that much. We just keep staring outside at the snow as it becomes heavier or less heavy.
Yeah, my entire day outside was going to get coffee, coming back, finding out snow was coming, so I went out to get beer.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Well, you also played Mario Party? No, not Mario Party. What?
Mario 64.
Yeah.
But no, I meant in terms of like leaving the house.
Yeah.
That was the most of my adventure.
I don't leave. Once I get here, I stay. This is a nice place. But yeah, and you're now playing Mario Sunshine?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about Mario games. But he says there's a weapon, or your tool is to clean the city of slime.
Yeah, the whole point of the game is you have a super soaker, essentially, that helps you.
Yeah. Meanwhile, my book's just all about the angst, and I'm living for it. Yeah. Are you going to let me also watch figure skating while we watch the Bruins tonight?
When is that?
It's at 8 or 8:30. Okay.
And we have multiple screens. It's feasible.
Yay. All the ice activities.
Literally. Show them the snow.
So I've shown them so much snow in this vlog. You know, you keep sending pictures to your parents every time the snow changes.
I've been trying to get my parents to come up here for like 2 years now.
Yeah. But that's our update. We've done like negative stuff. Like nothing.
Negative stuff, yeah.
Like,
stuff has done us.
Yeah. I'm so excited for this chicken though. We're trying like a new way of cooking it. And I don't normally get to cook with Ryan, but he needed my hands. So I had to flip the chicken. So I felt productive. But we'll check back in once the chicken's done to let you know if it worked out.
Yeah.
Chicken parm update. Cooked all the way through. Lots of cheese. We're still working on noodles, but we're almost there. You excited?
Is this going to like some Food Network vlog? Like, what are we doing?
I am now solidly in a food coma. Ryan's over there being helpful while I am a lazy bum over here. The food is very good, but it was too good because then I ate too much. So now I'm going to go back to reading my book while we wait for sports to happen. Good morning. This is me, glasses, hair that I've done nothing with yet. And yeah, I figured I needed to check in because I didn't check in after the food coma check-in. So after eating all of that chicken parm, like too much chicken parm, we watched Bruins and the Olympics. Bruins won and figure skating was so good. Oh, I love watching figure skating. I know I've said this a bunch. And so with figure skating, they usually have like a short program and a free skate. And the free skate's longer and you qualify with your short program. And after the short program on Friday or Thursday night, Friday morning, I don't know. Time zones are so hard for me, but regardless, I saw the short program and I was like, this is going to be such a tight free skate and I know who I want to win and I don't know what's going to happen. And it was tight. It was really good. They all performed so well. And I was just really happy that in general, everyone kind of left it on the ice. And it was just, it was so stressful. I cried a little. Ryan judged me a little. But it was awesome. The only downside is that someone did a skate to one of my favorite songs, Malaguena. I think that's how you say it. But it's a really passionate song. It's like a tragic love story. And I didn't think they brought the passion to it. Like, that's the thing. There were some skater pairs who were like technically proficient and on it, but they didn't have the like emotional performative aspects. And my favorite skaters who won, I thought had both of these elements really well. So that was awesome. And I think I'm on page 211 of House of Sky and Breath right now. And Sarah J. Maas's ability to provide twists and turns that I don't see coming that make me really excited to keep reading is quite astounding, because honestly, it's not like it's a strong plot. I just can't look away. It's literally like watching a soap opera. I'm just like, but what's going to happen now? Because we've had a couple things have happened with Bryce, and then also we have, I don't even know how to count how many alpha males, because that's a thing. If you haven't read Sarah J. Maas stories, she really leans into the more animal side of these supernatural creatures, and there's usually alpha males and things like that. So we have a lot of those, all in the same room, all trying not to be alpha males, because they're trying to be progressive in a society that's attempting poorly to be progressive. And they all have to deal with this predicament, and I think it's just funny, and the banter makes me laugh, and I chuckle a lot, and I'm having fun. It's been like a perfect, like, chill vacation weekend read. Not that I've been reading like that consistently. I've only read 200 pages when like I did nothing yesterday but exist, which is honestly amazing. So I'm not upset about it. Our plans for today: hang out, enjoy the sunny day, have chicken parm for lunch because we have leftovers, and then head back to Boston later this afternoon because although Ryan has tomorrow off, I want to do some work tomorrow. And I missed my cats. I want to see my fuzzes. Might be watching Encanto with some friends tonight. So yeah, I got some fun plans, but we're going to be done with this beautiful mountain soon, alas. But that's this update. I figured I needed to do one. This is like the weirdest vlog I've ever filmed. Hopefully you guys like it. I don't know. I feel like I don't have much to say, but hopefully the bee footage is nice and you enjoy the views. What's up? Oh, now you won't talk because I have the camera on? Meow. So that was Putao, and apparently I'm just gonna keep this vlog going for a few days because tomorrow I'm actually going to the Natural History Museum at Harvard, which is actually one of my favorite natural history museums. I feel like it's a museum people don't go to in Boston, but it's a good one. I mean, I guess technically it's in Cambridge. So I figured I could vlog some of that, and I'm still reading, and like this vlog clip's, like, it's still kind of short, and I don't know, I'm not gonna do a Friday read, so I figure I'll vlog for a couple more days as I have thoughts, whatever thoughts they are. Last night I watched Encanto with the TV tag crew, and so good. And my Encanto book tag is up by the time you're seeing this. It's just like that movie, like in terms of the art of animation, the texture, the hair, what? And I really like it. Like I enjoy it. It's so cozy and so many layers. The more I watch it, the more I'm like, this is amazing. Now, someone, Evie, was trying to tell me that it's not as good as The Lion King, and I can't compare the two, so I will not. But it's an interesting idea of like, how does this rank with other Disney films that I have watched? And like, all of them are in such bubbles for me, like especially like ones I watched as a kid versus the ones that have come out since I'm an adult, like Tangled to now sort of thing, which like I like Tangled and Moana and this, and like Frozen's okay. I think Frozen is like comfort food, but definitely not as good for me as it is for other people. So I have a lot of Disney movie thoughts, but Encanto is so good. Arr! So that was awesome. Yeah, Puta, you like Encanto too? Puta finally got in his moon chair, which I'll show you a clip of. And yeah, so I'm gonna continue reading though. House of Sky and Breath, which is still a good time. I mean, yeah, it's just a good time. And for everyone who thinks these books are too long, I mean, that's definitely an opinion to have, but like my best friend who like really only reads Sarah J. Maas and a few other books a year, she's so sad that there's not more. So like, there's definitely an audience for people who really want like the long books. And honestly, right now, my mental health is pretty good with it. Alright, I think I'm going to end the vlog here. There's been a lot of good footage. I've read more book, and I want to talk about that book. But if you couldn't tell from the clips, after I last checked in, I went to the board game store. And I bought the board game Beyond the Sun, which is very fun. Invited my friend over, and Ryan and I played on Monday because none of us had work. And then the next day, I went with that friend Sam to the Natural History Museum at Harvard and had a great time. It was his first time going, even though he's the student that goes to Harvard. And I'm just someone who's lived in Boston for like over half a decade, and I love a good natural history museum, and that one is good. And it was just really fun seeing his reactions to the museum for the first time and how like impressed he was, because honestly no one talks about it. It's small, but it's jam-packed full of goodness. It's cool. So that's been the last couple days, and oh, Pooh Town wants food. So if you hear meowing, it's because I have a really upset cat because it's an hour before he can be fed. And so I'm still reading House of Sky and Breath. I'm not done with it yet. I think I just started part 3. It's fun. I think, and I don't know how, like, she doesn't do anything wrong, and I'm having a good enough fun time. It's just that, like, so many things are just copy pasted from other series moments, and that's like totally fine. Like, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't make it a great book, but it's totally serviceable for when my mental health has just been like, we've been riding waves this week. This is a good day. So also why I want to end the blog here when I have good energy. So no new thoughts there. Escapist time. Really silly how she kind of can rehash some of her old tools and tricks. And then I finally started Ancillary Justice because this weekend, so I think the day after you're seeing this, because I'm planning to post this Friday, I have a book club with the Space Sirens Book Club, and we're talking about Ancillary Justice. So I am halfway-ish through this one, and this is interesting to read because I think it came out in 2014, 2013, and so it came out before Nine Fox Gambit and before Memory Called Empire, after Hyperion, and so these are all space operas that I know and enjoy quite a fair bit. Hyperion the least, but we all know I love Nine Fox Gambit and A Memory Called Empire, some of my best favorite things. And I know Ancillary Justice was supposed to have similar confusing world building to Nine Fox Gambit, and in general, space operas tend to usually explore themes of imperialism and colonization and warfare and a lot of the ethics. At least that's a theme I've noticed in the ones that I happen to pick up. It's not like I look for these things, but it seems to be happening. And it's interesting how I do like the weird narrative framing of our main character being part of what is an ancillary, and what does that mean for self? Like the definition of what makes something a human or civilized, similar to A Memory Called Empire, is very prevalent here. And it definitely has themes of the imperialism. It has themes of how does religion go across the stars, and it has interesting things I like to think about, but the execution in terms of a story has not been as gripping as I would have liked it to be. We have 2 timelines, a present timeline and a past timeline, and I like both about equally. It's not falling into this trap of I like one more than the other, but because of the nature of the narrative device and the nature of our main perspective, I don't get to be very close to them. I'm purposefully being pushed away, and that's okay, but I like being closer. So like, I'm not as confused as I was with Nine Fox Gambit. I feel like this is definitely confusing, but it has a lot of stuff that I'm used to and have been trained to be good with. But like, it doesn't have, you know, like characters like General Jadao or Cheris where I'm like, I love their banter and stuff. Like, I just have a character that's very stoic, which is fine. I have no issues with the intentionality of this character that was made, but I don't know, I find it fascinating, just like the idea of telling the story with this lens, but in practice, in consuming it, I'm not as engaged or connected as I could be. And it's exploring a lot of themes that I've experienced before, and it sometimes has different lenses, but sometimes it's just a rehashing, and I don't care that much. But it's been fun. So that's what I've been reading, about halfway through that, hoping to finish that before the book club on Saturday. And yeah, that's this vlog. You know, hopefully you enjoyed it. It's been a long time since I vlogged, and you know, you got some good bee footage in here. Hopefully I picked some reasonable music. And if you made it this far and you want to leave an emoji, don't have any thoughts, but want me to know you're here, oh, I don't know, leave a flower emoji for all those glass flowers, because those were all of the foliage I showed made 100% of glass, and it was done in the 1800s, and no one knows how to do it anymore. It's fascinating. I love me a natural history museum. And otherwise, like if you liked it, subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.